Sandra, and I wanted to show you a manicure. And we are all over with Valentine's Day. So I thought what I would do, and this was actually a suggestion by my daughter, is to go through all of my plates in the categories and pick out a plate and use it and do a manicure out of it. So I started with I started with the beginning of my plates, and the beginning is the 4th of July. So we're going to waive that one till later. But I started with the A's, and I had animals as the subject in my nail plates. So I went through all my animals, and I'm going to come up with a design using these two plates. This one is Uber Chic Mini Series Farm Fresh. And I love this little plate. I think it's so cute. I love the cows on here and the sheep on here. And I'm also going to use this Uber Chic little bitty icons. And what I'm going to use it for, I may use the chicken, but I'm definitely going to use the sheep to carry through the sheep that I have on the other plate. So what I did was, just as a base coat, I did my nails. I painted them all white. And you can see the great paint job that I do when I do my nails. And then what I did was I took my Monocle stamper and I used it as a paint palette to smear the paint on my nails. Now this is messy, and it kind of reminds me of water marbling without having to do the water. I think it was on this one I actually took the dotting tool and kind of lightly went around the colors, and it kind of gave that swirl in there. You can see it right there. So I think you can do a lot with this, but I think this is a easy way to put multiple colors on your nails. And it's easy. I was able to get 2 nails out of one of these, but it was only a regular nail and my pinky. So I think you could do probably more than one if you made the spot really big and did it on part of it. So the colors that I used were lavender, yellow, orange, and a hot pink. And these are 3 of them. I thought they all were, but 3 of them are Sally Hansen Extreme Wear. This is called Jam Sesh. This is a lavender. I have this, I think it's, the name is off here. I think it says Fuchsia Power. It's $269, and again, it's Sally Hansen Extreme Wear. I have 329, which is Sun Kissed, and this is the orange Sally Hansen Extreme Wear. And then I threw in an OPI yellow, and this is called Exotic Birds Do Not Tweet. So those are the 4 colors that I used to get this look. All right, so I'm going to start off with the pink. Oops, I had way too much on there. And just put a couple blops on here. And then I think I'll do the purple. Put a couple blops on there. And then I'm going to do the orange. Oh, too big. Stuff either doesn't come out at all or it's a huge glob. Which is okay because I'm going to show you how I smeared the last one. And then I'm going to put some yellow in here. Okay. And you can see it's kind of smearing itself. But I just kind of took my dotting tool, kind of went through here, because remember the bottom side is going to be the one that shows. I'm trying to cover up these holes here. Okay, and then I'm going to take this blob and I'm going to stick it on my finger here. Kind of smear it around and do the same. Oh, I don't think I have enough. I don't have enough on for my pinky, but I can try and, and it actually worked pretty good. I I smeared it on there. I pressed too hard on my monocle here. And you can go back and get the white spots here. Oh, it's kind of blobby. Okay, so there we go. So I got 2 out of that one. So all I have to do now is 3 more. So let me go ahead and finish that. This stamper, I'm having problems with staying in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. And I think I really like pink, so that's why I always start off with the pink. You know, you start off with whatever color you want, and you know, you don't have to do them all the same. You could change them around here a little bit. But I'm going to do this color combination. And I know we're kind of we're past Valentine's Day. We're not anywhere near St. Patty's Day. And where I live, we just got some snow. But I don't really feel like doing a winter theme. So I thought this would be a good time to start this whole going through my plates. I'm going to see if this will come down a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to try and get these 2 out of this. So I'm going to do this one first. Smear it all on there. And then, oh, nope, don't have enough. All right, so I'm going to, but you can see how this kind of gave a water effect on here. I think that's cool. And I have some on here, but not enough really to finish my finger, so I'm going to take it off. Ooh, it's really wet. Okay, let me just wipe this off. All right, let's do it again. Pink. This is probably as messy as water marbling, so if you don't like cleaning up with the acetone and you'd rather use the little covers, or you'd rather use the latex, the stuff you put on like nail polish, that would probably be a good idea. I just don't like using those. I don't know why. I just don't like using them. Because usually I have stuff that I have to clean up on my nails anyway because I'm such a messy painter. So, you know, if I just wait till I'm all done, then I just do it all at once. Okay, so here's that. Let's see if I can get this up. A little too hard there. And I'm trying not to, I don't want to smear them so much that they blend the color. I really like the individual colors showing up. That one turned out very pretty. All right, so all I have left to do is my thumb. And the white paint definitely helps this pop better. I have tried it without doing my nails in any color and just seeing how these, you know, when you use multiple colors like this, how it turns out. And I do like the effect better with the white as a base coat. So I got to do this one more time. And it really wasn't that difficult to do. And it's not taking a whole bunch of time. So I don't mind doing it this way. I think with the sponge, like if you do this with the sponge, I think it takes a little bit more time. I think it's because of the, you know, sponge having to absorb it, and you're doing layers, and that takes time. I think this one coat with the white is more than enough. All right, put this in here. All right, I think that looks good because remember this is going on the bottom. All right, so I'm going to put this on here. All right, there you go. Now what I'm going to do. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take my, you know what? First I'm going to just get some of this nail polish off so that I can stamp okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, so those are cleaned up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my little sheep first. And I'm going to have to get, now this is one of those kind of reverse stamps where it's a punch out of what the picture is. So, and I think it is adorable. So I love sheep anyway, but I'm going to do this in black. Okay. Isn't that cute? I think that is so adorable. Put it this way. Aren't they adorable? All right, so I'm going to take one of my nails, and I think I'm going to put it on my ring finger, and I'm going to try to get as many full sheep on here as I can. Unfortunately, I think I can only get 2. Well, actually 1.5. Well, 1 and a few halves. There's our little psychedelic sheep. Isn't he cute? Aren't they cute? I think they are adorable. Okay, so there's that. And then I want to put the cow on there, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some words here. Oh, here's a sheep by itself. So I could actually reverse paint that, but I have this little teeny sheep right here who all I have to do is do him in white. So we're going to do him, but let's do utterly cute. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do utterly cute. Let's see if I can get this off. All right. Utterly cute, and I'm going to put this in the middle. Oh, that's going to be so cute. Okay. And then on the other finger, I'm going to put my cow. So I reverse painted this cow, and it's this one right here. And I think that this cow is adorable. And I'm going to put him right here. Yep. Did not stick very well. All right, I'm going to have to redo him, but I got another one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some smudge-free top coat. My nails have just gotten too dry. I'm just going to kind of dry brush it on here because I don't want to wait forever to get this on. Okay. Let that dry for a few seconds. While I'm waiting for that, we'll clean up my stamper because I always forget to clean. Okay, I'm going to take our cow again. This time put it on a tacky nail. There's a little cow. I think he's adorable. Okay. So then I have my thumb and my pinky. And I want to do on my pinky this little sheep right here. Again, adorable. And I think what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to put a couple on here. I'm going to put him down here. And then I'm going to do another one up here. There, we got two little sheep on there. Very cute. All right, now what am I going to put on my thumb? All right, so I think we should do one of these. I think I'll do the chickens. Yeah, let's do the chickens. Let's see how that turns out. All right, so I'm going to do that again with the black. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Get this all over my hand. All right. That's adorable. There's the chickens. So there's my two little sheep, my sheep, utterly cute, some cows, and some chickens. All right, so I'm going to clean this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this hand's cleaned up, and this, of course, is a stain from the black, which will come off in the shower when I wash my hands. So now I'm going to take my smudge-free top coat by Manicure, and I'm going to apply that. Okay, and then I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go back with my final top coat. And like I've said a million times before, my favorite is the, I'm going to get it just a second, is this one, which is Glisten and Glow, and it's a top coat, and I think it's beautiful. And I'm going to show you my nails in a close-up here. Oh, I wasn't close-up. And there you go. That is my plates that were animals, one of the plates. So next time, I believe the next plate group that I'm going to do is bugs. So next time we'll do some kind of bug manicure. So I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.